We all have to agree that having a very powerful smartphone isn't good for anything if its battery can't even last for a normal day of use, right? Even though the iPhones start off with a great life cycle, its batteries do naturally lose their capacities over time, something that is completely normal. There are several mistakes that most people do which kill the performance of an iPhone's battery. Most people search the internet about how to calibrate iPhone battery. However, you should understand that calibrating the battery isn't a solution to improve your iPhone's battery performance. Therefore, to improve the battery performance of your iPhone, it is essential that you avoid committing mistakes that decrease the efficiency of your iPhone battery. To help you improve your iPhone's battery life, I made this video. Here, you will come to know the proper way to charge your iPhone's battery and what worst charging mistakes are killing your iPhone battery. Number 1. Charging to 100%. Unlike what many people believe in, charging your smartphone all the way to 100% is not the most efficient thing you can do and will not ensure that your battery lasts any longer than normal. In fact, many experts recommend that you keep your iPhone charged from 30% to 80%, which will actually make it more effective and even increase the battery's lifespan. The tip is that you try to always start charging before your battery hits the 15% mark and unplug your device once it gets to 90% or 95%. It's fine if the battery goes lower or higher than that every now and then, but it's healthier to stay in that range every time you can. Number 2. Let your phone completely uncharge. Not too long ago, it was widely believed that the best course of action was to let your phone's battery completely end before charging it up again. However, with the more modern batteries, that's far from being true. It is recommended that you let the battery completely drain once every 2 or 3 months, but not to let it become a recurring thing. Constantly letting your phone's battery drain might affect its working cycle and, after a while, end up negatively impacting its lifespan. Number 3. Let your iPhone get warm. Another one of the charging mistakes people tend to do on the iPhone is to let their devices get too hot when using heavy apps and games, or even leave it under the sunlight while it is charging. This can easily cause some more serious internal damage or just make it extremely sluggish. Our suggestion is that you always leave your phone in an environment with a more cool temperature while charging and avoid using it while plugged. This will then ensure a fast and problem-free charge. Another thing is to do your best to never forget your iPhone on your car's panel, even more so if you're using a GPS support or similar apps, since this part of the car receives a lot of sunlight which will get your device extremely hot. Number 4. Using extra battery cases. Do you know those charging iPhone cases? They're a great addition in emergency situations, but they're far from being the ideal way to charge a smartphone. That is because both the case and the phone will heat up when charging, and we've already talked about how bad this can be. It's fine to use the case every now and then, but it was made specifically for moments of need and not to always be used, so opt for using a more conventional charger whenever you can. So, using these cases frequently is another one of the iPhone charging mistakes. Number 5. Not removing your phone case. Speaking of cases, they are an extremely useful protection tool many people use to prevent their phones from getting scratched or even their screens cracked due to falls and bumps. The issue comes from the fact that people make the mistake of not removing them when charging their iPhone. It's not hard to guess just what happens. The case effectively grabs all the heat the iPhone emits when charging and so makes it much hotter than it should. And, as we've mentioned already, getting your phone too hot when charging is a bad thing. Number 6. Not leaving your iPhone with an extra charge. This is a good one for those with an older iPhone that doesn't see much use and ends up stored most of the time. In these scenarios, people tend to not really care about the battery of the device and only think about charging it when they might use it. However, Apple itself recommends that these devices should be at least at 50% of a battery charge when unused. Otherwise, the iPhone will enter a deep discharge state and will be less capable of keeping a full charge in the future. Number 7. Using a cheap charger. The last of the charging mistakes people commit when using their iPhone is not using official Apple chargers. We can understand that the company's products and accessories are more expensive than knockoffs or even off-brand chargers. However, using them will likely harm your device. Other than that, it is worth considering that after you buy a new smartphone you won't want its battery to get damaged when using a low-quality charger. Our biggest recommendation is that you take extremely good care of your original wall charger so that you never need to use an off-brand alternative. If that happens, at least try to buy from well-known and reputable brands to save in the repair cost that using bad chargers will incur. Also, if you have not watched these videos yet, I recommend that you go watch these videos right now and subscribe to the channel. This is very important for us, and we appreciate it.